Alright guys, we're back. I'm Roger, your Street Level Critic, and I'm super excited to get into this final episode of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, episode 6, season finale. I'm not excited that it's ending now. I wish it was 9-10 episodes, and we could really stretch this out and get more story, more character development. But what we've gotten so far has been really good. There's been a lot of problems. You can tell that there's been, I don't know, reshoots, or they rewrote the story or edited things differently, because in some episodes something happens weird, like that episode when Karli was talking to Bucky and Falcon when they were dressed up in their suit getting ready to fight, and then Sharon calls them and is like, I found him, Cap, but they're in a different location, but Cap was coming after them or not, so they just ran off, and then Karli had the mask on when she jumped down for no reason or out of nowhere. So there's just little things that, doesn't gel well. But overall, we're getting an amazing show. Well written, cool action, a little bit of funny, good story between Sam and Bucky. We're learning a lot about their backstory. And now I'm just ready to find out. I want to see Cap with his fake shield, Julia Louis-Dreyfus and her whole thing, if we're going to see any of that. If just like a little, like a Samuel Jackson little cameo at the end of Iron Man, where it's just a little piece and then that's it. And we'll see later on in the MCU or the other shows. Or if we're going to get something more of her recruiting, the fake Cap in this episode. But I'm ready to get into it and find out. Let's get into it. Subscribe to the channel if you want more trailer reactions and more show reactions. Let's get into it. 1, 2, click. Every time we get this show intro, this full Marvel intro, it's like, come on, let's get to it. Like, I've heard this a million times and I love it. But when I'm ready for the finale, I don't need it. Did we have this in Endgame? I don't remember if we had this whole intro during Endgame. Such a movie and TV reaction. Cover up. Okay, there's his new suit. What an intro. What a hero shot.
Who are you? Captain America. I thought Captain America was on the moon.
Alright, he said it. Alright, now this rematch. We've seen this fight between him and Cap. So now we get to see him and the new Cap. Nice. Ooh, okay. Woo! If this were during the daytime, this would be incredible. Whoa. Alright, Cap would save them. Alright, good job. Woo! Is it vibranium, the wings? Ooh, that shot with him putting his arms up with the wings up. Perfect, just like the comics. Get that out of here. Thank you. Take them out. Use that arm. You know how to fight much better than they do. Thank you. Woo! Awesome. Wow. See, this fight here shouldn't be so even, because he stood up to the Falcon and Bucky. So she doesn't have any fighting experience, or not that we know of. They didn't show any of it. So he shouldn't be able to struggle with this fight at all. This shouldn't be a struggle. She could be smarter than him, though. That was cool. Who held this up? Somebody she called in for help? Nice. Whoa, he can handle all that? That's that Wakandan tech, baby.
So you're the power broker.
Yeah, big surprise.
You hired that truck to spy on me.
Wow, that was so whack.
Karli.
Oof, awesome. You don't have any tech, anything that can, zap her, tase her, nothing. Now they're gonna look at her as a hero for the cause, and then that can just grow from there, which is what she said already. So cool, man.
You just don't understand. I'm a black man carrying the stars and stripes. What don't I understand?
Exactly.
Yet I'm still here. No super serum, no blonde hair or blue eyes.
That's nice.
You've got to do better, Senator. You've got to step up. Because if you don't, the next Karli will.
Woo! Hero flying through New York City. Super cool. Whoa! Who did that? Is this a Skrull? Or a Kree? Ah, okay, I remember. It's the butler. It's Zemo's Alfred. Are we gonna get the US agent suit? The black suit, yeah?
This is more like it. We're not gonna need a Captain America. We're gonna need
A US agent.
a US agent.
Cool.
Will do, Val.
Don't call me that.
Copy.
Was that a little twitch? Closure. Ooh, we're gonna go visit Isaiah again. Perfect.
You're special.
Thank you.
That probably means a lot to him.
You ain't no Malcolm, Martin, Mandela, but
No argument there. But I know what I've got to do.
a black Captain America, huh?
Damn right.
Nice.
Now they'll never forget what you did for this country. Never.
Very, very, very cool. Okay, flirting. Ooh, okay. Captain America now. Are we gonna get anything after credits?
Miss Carter, we'd like to offer you a full pardon. There may be an opening in your old division.
It would be my honor.
Welcome home, Agent Carter.
All right, now we have more people in power.
We're about to have full access to government secrets, prototype weapons, you name it. Should be something for everyone.
Are we gonna get anything at the end? Anything? Nope. Nothing. Okay, guys, that was a great ending. They ended it sort of wrapping every little detail up, except for showing that damn ship. They talked about that ship so much. He went back to the ship, the boat, the ship, the boat, whatever it is. And they never showed it in the end. I thought they were going to show it when he was looking out into the sunset and him and Bucky came and then they walked away. They would kind of, move the camera and show the boat because it's, symbolizing that they didn't throw it away and they kept it. They brought it back. They painted it, red and blue and white. That whole symbolism thing I thought they were going for on the show, that they were going to show it. But they didn't show it, but it doesn't matter. What ended up happening was they wrapped all the major storylines together pretty tightly. You could tell that there was some editing that they had to do. They changed it in writing. They had to do reshoots, a bunch of things, because there was a lot of things like it just didn't feel like that's what they were going for. But they were able to put it together in a pretty tight package, and I'm really happy with that. The speech that he gave in the end felt very, I don't know, not pandering, but it felt just like, oh, okay, they're doing this for that, and because it doesn't seem like Falcon very much to monologue or to talk that way, but he had a lot to say. So him saying it in the way he did and when he did with the people on camera and the senators or whatever they were, it felt kind of appropriate. But yeah, man, overall action, it started out really well. When they revealed his suit in the beginning, this is a TV issue. Obviously, when it's TV, they have to lower the budget and save money where they can. So almost the whole entire episode was nighttime stuff. And okay, it took place at night, but it was not necessary to have it at night. If it was a big budget movie, they would have done this outside and lit it well, and it would have been incredible seeing Falcon using his suit, flying over the river and under the bridges in New York City. Would have been awesome, through the buildings. But it was at night. It makes sense. TV show, the budget that they had, even though it's Disney and it was a high budget, you could tell that they were skimping to save on things like that. But man, when he came in with the suit and he flew into the window, very cool to see. I like the suit. The only thing is this thing here, I think in comic books, it works. Like the Captain America Falcon version works in comic book pages because the art makes sense. But in real life, the practicality of it just looks a little odd. And like if he wants to take off the goggles, he has this thing that comes here, and then like you got to take it off your ears, and it flaps down. So that suit isn't like the Black Panther suit, is it? It didn't show it to be because it was in that big case. So they didn't show it to be like something he can know, and it just forms around him like the Iron Man suit or the Black Panther suit. So it's not the same thing, but it still looked good. The colors are good. He looked good in the suit. The wings, awesome. When he went backwards and the wings dug into the floor to cement him and to help hold him, that was really cool. One of my favorite things about the Falcon, or Captain America now, is that he has those wings and he can use them in such creative ways. Like on the bridge when he put him to surround him with the shield up also. So the wings and the shield protected him and the guy that he was protecting. That was really cool. So yeah, I liked him, the suit, everything he did in terms of action wise. And the only thing that was kind of strange was when he was fighting Backtrack the Leaper. Yes, Captain America, the original Cap, he has the super serum, and he had a challenge fighting Backtrack the Leaper, whatever his name is, the French guy, the French Canadian. But when he fought Sam, you would have thought he would have kicked Sam's butt. But the fact that I've always said all along, Sam is smart. He uses his tech in very smart ways and creative ways. So that's why it's believable to me that he can hold his own against Backtrack. And it was unfortunate that Sharon had to kill him because he just went out like nothing. He just stood there and got shot. He didn't get like a fight to the end. But maybe they were trying to have Falcon, or gotta call him Captain America now, Captain America, not kill him or not take him out in that way. So, you know, they're trying to make Sharon more evil, or the power broker now. We'll talk about that later. And so the way that he went out wasn't that cool, but it was fine, not complaining. Yeah, since I talked about it, just talk about Sharon Carter and the power broker. We saw that coming from episodes and episodes ago. So this wasn't a surprise. It wasn't suspenseful. It wasn't intense. It wasn't cool. It was just like, okay, here we go. Because we didn't get an explanation, or we didn't show or see her turn into who she is. We had that one episode when she talked about it. Oh, the government had to run away in many years, and they couldn't take it. So she feels spiteful, and then she went evil or went bad. So unless they have like a show about her backstory, her turning into what she turned into, then this is just like a throwaway. Okay, now she's bad and fine. She's this evil, but we saw it coming all along, or I saw it coming all along. So it wasn't surprise. I wasn't surprised, and so it wasn't as cool. So that's the one of the major things I didn't like about the episode. The other thing that wasn't so great was the Karli and the Flag Smashers. They did nothing. What was their plan? What were they planning to do? When she moved that blockade out and put them into that hole, was that their whole plan from the beginning? Was that her plan to, we're going to kill the senators that were in the GRC or whatever it was, and then that's it? Like, there's other senators that are going to be voted in. They might do the same thing. So what was the end game that she wanted? She just wanted to start a revolution. Okay, now everyone in the world believes us, and they're going to start up this whole thing. So their whole plan was just weird, or wasn't fleshed out, at least. Because we know there were reshoots. So there's stuff that the storylines, there was supposed to be a vaccine storyline. Remember in the truck when we first met her, when Bucky met her, there was vaccines on the thing. So
the story didn't feel like it was supposed to be the way that it was. So that's why I'm very happy is that they tied it up, or they fixed it enough so that it was coherent throughout, and I really was excited about that. Bucky, finally, we got him smiling now. Bucky's smiling a lot more, playing with the kids in the end. He smiled sort of at the restaurant when he looked through the window and saw the older man in there taking his drink and still being okay. We don't know if he forgave him or if he moved on or if he felt better, was happy, but he was at least continuing ongoing. So that was good to see. And now I'm excited to see what Bucky's going to do going forward. He's happy. Captain America is Captain America now. And did we get an explanation on the show where the original Cap, where Steve Rogers is? I don't know where he is. If people are saying he was on the moon, they mentioned that in the show, and that was a really funny line. But yeah, I'm overall very pleased with the show. I don't grade shows, so I don't give it a score, but it was really good, enjoyable. I will watch it again, and I just hope that they do another season, because another season would be great. They could take it in other ways, in other stories, and move it along to follow the MCU major storyline that they're going with, and just go on a side story or something, which is cool, because I like the heroes doing things when they're not just, you know, like when this show is happening, where are the other heroes? They could have called on. They could have called other people, but that's fine that they're not, because it's a smaller story. The one thing that I was surprised by, or I was like, who is it? Was when the truck was falling finally, and then we showed it from above being caught and held. I was like, ooh, because Sharon had mentioned, I called in backup or I called somebody else, but it wasn't another hero. I was like, ooh, we're gonna have a little scene here. But no, that was cool. I like that he saved it the way he did without powers. He's using tech, but that's fine. Batman, as you can see, I'm wearing a Batman t-shirt. He's fine with no powers. He's just badass for what he is, and all the tech and the money that he has. Lastly, I want to mention U.S. Agent now. I wasn't excited about him switching because he didn't really switch. The thing about him is he seems very angry with what happened to him, and that he did what he did for the United States, and they kind of left him, but now he's still being like someone else is using him or controlling him to be what he's going to be, which is, you know, for shady things. He might be overall thinking that he's doing good, but he's going to be used to do other things. And the fact that he twitched in the end, did he twitch after Elaine left and he just did like this? It seemed like he was twitching, like he has something going on up there, which is fine. That's cool to have in a character. And one other thing, that his wife, which they finally mentioned the last episode, that was his wife, she had nothing to do. She seems like she's just fine with him doing what he does, and that he killed somebody, just no problem. Like, she's just fine. I wished I had a little bit more time. That's why more episodes would have been good. They could have showed him and his wife, or how she felt about it, what was going on with them when he got home after, I just murdered somebody cold blood and with my bloody shield, and then I had to do this, and they stripped me of all this. Would have been nice to see a conversation between them, to see how they're dealing with it, how their whole thing is. Because he has a wife. A lot of these MCU characters aren't in relationships, or not openly, or we don't see them. So we don't get to see how their spouses react. So seeing his spouse would have been interesting to see. And Zemo, in the end, showing up for that little scene. I didn't recognize the older guy in the car. I was like, who's this? And in the next scene, they showed Zemo. It's like, oh yes, that's his butler. That's his Alfred. So that was cool that he's still working for him. He still has somebody on the outside to do things for him, which is, you know, very Batman. But yeah, overall, great. Very happy. Disney Plus did their thing with this show. Kevin Feige, the writers, the director, really good. What did you guys think? Did you like it? Was it worth it? Do you want more episodes? Did you want more? You want more seasons? I would love to know what you think. Catch you guys on the next one. Até a próxima. Peace.